Welcome to Geekonomics. We are back after a week. We are back and we are here and we are happy to be here. Bryan's here. I'm here. How are you, Bryan?
Great intro, Mark.
Thank you.
I'm here. You're here. We're here together.
Yes.
What was the old saying that the guy used to say at the football games? Wear Raiders gear.
Be like a Raider. Dress like a Raider. Wear Raider gear.
Yeah,
Guy Barassa.
Yeah, I love that slogan. Yeah. I love that. The way he said it is what made that.
It's located in the North Concourse.
Yes.
It's really just the end of the bleachers, but he made it sound fancy.
Yeah.
When I first got into TV doing stuff here at Public Access, I reached out to him because my mom knew him from growing up. They grew up together. So I reached out to him. I had him do announcing for me because I was like, I need that voice. So
we should get gear. We should get t-shirts and then we can tell people.
Okay. Be like a geek. Dress like a geek. Wear Geekonomics gear.
Yeah. And we can have him do that little. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We can make it happen.
Yeah. Mark, it's been a week.
You have to have people to wear it though. Like, do you think anyone actually buy it?
I don't know. We made it cool. I don't know. Maybe. You don't know.
Wow.
We should look
into it. Yeah. I know a guy.
Yeah, we know people.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I mean, last week, obviously we didn't show. I saw my list. I made stuff. I did not watch Moon Knight this week. The finale's this Wednesday. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. It's the day before the finale. We have Doctor Strange on Thursday.
We do.
So we got a lot. I mean, next week
Halo was actually decent this past week.
Yes, we saw the Halo.
Yes.
At the very end.
Yeah.
You know why? They omitted the side story featuring what's her face.
Yes. She's in it for like a microsecond. But that was about it.
I think ultimately her story, her character is horrible.
Yes.
When you get rid of Quan, it doesn't
flow with the rest of the story.
Right. I think that show flowed much better this week because it wasn't cutting between all these storylines.
Yeah.
I mean, it still has problems, but it was a much better show because of the Quan-less. Yes. And I'm kind of scared we're going to get a whole Quan episode.
Oh, probably. There's a lot of episodes.
You got 3 more, right? Yeah. 9. There's 9.
Is there 9? I thought there was 10.
Yeah, there's 9.
Oh.
I feel like because Quan wasn't in this, I just have this weird feeling we're going to get a whole episode with what's going on with Quan. And it suck.
It's a possibility.
I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, surprisingly, even though it didn't have action, even though the last episode did have an action scene, which was the best part of the whole show, it worked in a sense that it's doing its own thing. There was less distractions. You cut out some of the fat, which was Quan. So yeah, surprisingly, I agree with that statement that it was a much better episode. It would have been. Now, do you think now that we know what the girl and him are the 2 special people, that it's sort of like it's like Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia,
Princess Leia, kind of
like they're like 2 in a billion people that are special, and now they have a connection. And now, are they gonna bone on the Halo next week? Are we gonna double cheeks?
I hope not. Because like, does she have like that laser beam come out of other places than her finger?
Oh no, it's not laser beam. It is it's a
sword.
Sword.
Energy sword.
So I don't like that. But
and those random verbs come around, and
wasn't it weird that they were in having the scene where they're having like an interrogation, but they put these rocks on their head to go into another room that seemed to be like right down the hallway.
It's right next to each other.
Yes, it made no sense. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. And then they were like, we need to keep this away from what's her face, the girl Halsey's daughter there. But then she walks in, puts a rock on her head, shows up, and they just have it all out right in front of her. And I'm like, and then Master Chief comes walking by, and she steps out of the room. So that room is like they're all like.
Well, it's like a instead of having the double mirror thing,
right?
They kind of just have it. That kind of thing, like next door.
You put rocks on your head,
and projectors on your head, and then you like
it into the other room to have
your consciousness is projected like a fly in the wall kind of thing.
It was like, why? It was a stupid.
It's just like an excuse to use technology. That's what it was.
It was an over the use of science fiction.
Yes, it was just
Yeah, it was silly. It was really silly.
It shows a lot of that. It's like a good concept that they're like dumbing down.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt weird to me. Weird. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we get a Quan episode next week. We'll also see if we're gonna get Master Cheeks again.
Yeah.
If they're gonna be, I don't know. The other part is seeing the Halo ring was cool and all, but it would have been better if we actually had the Halo music. Would have made it. It was kind of sad that we didn't get that.
I didn't miss it or anything. I mean, it didn't change it for me, but then
it
again,
would have made it better, I think.
I've never I honestly think about it every time I watch it. I'm like, I really don't know anything about Halo. I just know Master Chief, and I know that he fights the Covenant. I don't know the backstory. I don't know actual backstory of everything.
The song is iconic, and that would have been a great place.
Yeah, right. But I'm saying if I never played the video game, it's not iconic to me.
I understand, but the people.
I'm
telling you, for me, it would have made that scene a little bit better.
Well, Bryan, I've said this to you before about this show. It's not made for you.
Well, if it's not made for me, it's not made for anybody. But anyway, it would have made that scene better. I'm wondering if if we're gonna get the Cheeks next week. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. 3 more episodes.
Yeah.
It's just all over the place, but I do agree it was a better episode.
Yes. And the episode before it wasn't that bad either. It had more of the battle.
Yeah, the battle made the whole episode the best.
Yeah, he had the grunts and everything.
Yeah.
Kicked the grunt out of the warthog.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually made the whole episode.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And the big bad that dropped.
Right.
That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So the past episodes haven't been terrible.
No. It went from,
and it was not a huge Quan episode last episode. Not this recent one, but the one before that we hadn't talked about yet.
Well, Quan was in there.
Yeah, but not as much. Just her locked to a dirt bike.
Right. This is why I feel like we're going to find out what happens. And I feel like
the next episode's name is Inheritance. So could that be the Quan episode where they talk about her inheriting the planet that her dad was running?
Oh, God. Oh, boy. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Find
out on Thursday or whenever you end up watching the episode.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah.
I put it on.
Yeah. No, it was this past week was one of those in the past 2 weeks have been me being oh, I gotta watch Halo. Or I should watch Halo. Nah, I'll get around to watching Halo. I got nothing going on for a couple minutes when I watch Halo.
Yeah. It doesn't have an urgency for it.
No, it does not.
No, it's it's like one of those shows that you're just like, well, okay,
Yeah.
I need something to put on while I
Yeah.
do dishes, or
Moon
while,
Knight, on the other hand,
oh
no
man,
matter what's happening in my life, I had to make sure at Wednesday I had time for Moon Knight.
yeah. So how was it in the Mark scale?
Whew. I can't talk anything about it.
I know.
Anything I say is gonna ruin it for you.
Don't ruin it for me. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow after work. I'm watching it tomorrow night and then finale right afterwards. We'll be talking about it next week.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So
It's a 10, I'll tell you that much for
it's
me.
a 10.
Yeah.
Well, then that's good. All I need to hear, Mark.
Yes. It's stressful. It's emotional.
Yeah, I was kind of scared when you said it was like kind of sad. It was like, oh, that's not good.
Well, with how last week was and the topics that they cover in the episode,
Oh, geez, one of those, huh?
it hit
Yeah.
home. I'll say that.
Right.
Yeah. Because as we've known, the show was heading towards him having to deal with how he started having a split personality.
Right.
And it all stems from something that happens.
Okay. Don't tell me.
Yes. Yeah. But it deals with all that. And when you watch it, you'll understand. And you'll be like, oh, now I understand why Mark was the way he was.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
So.
But my thing is, I just don't know. When you watch, after you watch the episode, you'll think the same thing. How are they going to fit everything into one more episode?
If it's an hour.
A longer episode to make it all make sense.
Well.
Or are they going to cliffhanger on us? And that's going to drive me batty.
They could. We could season 2.
They don't solve everything. Because supposedly there isn't another season. There hasn't been another season announced yet.
But they probably won't announce it until the final episode, like at the end. Like Loki, like they announced it after.
Yeah, but Loki at least had like a wrapping up of a story. With this one, there's a lot to wrap up.
Well,
you'll see. There's a lot that's going to get accomplished in one episode.
We shall see. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I made it to season 7 of Letterkenny.
Oh man.
So I love the public access stuff.
Oh, I knew you would.
Yeah.
I knew you would.
Cracking egg.
Saving it. I was like, oh man.
I just watched the episode where they're doing the penny drive for the animal shelter, which was really good.
Yes.
You were right in a way. Like when Hulu must have is paying the bills, obviously, for it now, where Crave was. Now Crave is still in production with the spinoff, and it's a Hulu too, so it must be on Crave TV and Hulu.
It's Crave first, then Hulu afterwards.
Yeah,
like a week difference.
Which that starts off in May.
Yes, the same day as Obi-Wan.
I know. Oh my God,
and the same day as Stranger Things.
Oh Jesus.
Yes.
But Stranger Things is going to drop all at once.
Yes.
Obi-Wan's going to be week to week.
Yeah.
And then
Or is he going to be week to week as well?
Is it going to be week to week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Letterkenny usually drops all at once.
Do they?
But because this is new, it might go week to week.
New, it might be week to week because usually they've been just back airing old seasons.
Yeah. Oh man, season 7 is fantastic. I'm loving it so far. Season 6 was awesome. I mean,
public access show. It's classic.
It is.
I loved every minute of it. I was like, oh, that's so public access.
Every time someone calls and Wayne's like, "Can you hear me?" Yeah, they can hear you. They can hear you. He's like yelling.
Okay. All right, good.
And it's great because it takes place in time, so they can't be in front of the fruit stand, their vegetable stand.
Yes.
But man, so good. God, this show is just so amazing. I can't. Yeah. I watched 2. I'm like 2. I gotta stop at 2. But I think I blew through season 5 in like 2 days.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop watching it. The Valentine's Day episode was really funny.
Yes. Speed dating.
The speed dating. Oh my God. When Wayne and what's his face, the goth, Stuart, they actually connect and they're like hockey players and stuff.
Yeah. Stuart.
That was really good. You see, in the spinoff, they're actually gonna have hockey players. I sent you the
list. Yeah.
Have, like a whole.
The more I watch it, the more it looks like it's gonna be really good.
Yeah. Now, don't you think the actor that plays Wayne, I don't know his real name.
It's like Ted Lasso almost.
Ted Lasso.
Jared something. But it's like Colasso or something like that. I could be totally wrong, but I think it's something in that vein. I'm looking it up right now.
Oh, Jared Kesso.
Jared Kesso. So he's like kind of like Lasso.
So, okay, don't you think he would be a fantastic Wolverine?
He would be. He'd be an amazing Wolverine.
Dude, he's got the build.
Yes.
He's got the squinty eyes.
Yes.
He's got the attitude.
Yeah.
I think he would be amazing as Wolverine.
We know he has fighting skills.
Oh, he's Wolverine.
Yeah, we know he has fighting skills. And he's Canadian.
Yes, he's got it all.
He's got it all.
Got it all.
Got it, Marvel.
Dude, seriously. He should be Wolverine.
And if you listen to him in like interviews and stuff, he is like that laid back kind of person. Like he's got that even keeled like manner about him. I mean, he's not as Wayne is, but he's just very laid back. And he played hockey and he like, yeah. Needs to fight constantly, he says all the time. And he was younger. So. Oh,
another great episode. The little Dickie. They're looking for the kids.
Yeah.
The little dicks.
Yeah.
That was fantastic too.
Thanks.
Yeah, but the way they said it sounded like the Knights.
Amish guys or the Mennonites or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Mennonites. The Mennonites.
There's more of those. Don't worry.
Oh God, the Mennonites.
Season 7, there's one that's pretty good.
Oh, so freaking good. But anyway, I think he'd be a great Wolverine.
He would be. He'd be a very good Wolverine.
Yeah, I'm in season 7. I'm looking at his filmography. It'd be really funny if it's like Wolverine, but I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, they're all hilarious. Nathan Dales is hilarious. How Michelle, Katie, hasn't gotten anything else but this baffles me.
Well, Bonnie McMurray. Oh my God, Bonnie McMurray. She was in El Camino.
Yes.
Bad.
Yeah, in some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, she's in a few things. I mean, probably more known. I'm looking at her thing. I mean, yeah, her IMDb.
I mean, recently they've been in more stuff, I would think.
She was in The Complex, Lockdown in 2020. The Complex in 2020. Was It Really Kidnapped? 2019. Goliath. El Camino, Christmas, The Curse of. It must be a lot of Canadian stuff.
Yeah, a lot of Canadian stuff.
Yeah.
Just hasn't crossed over to here yet.
Right. Yeah, it's a lot of Canadian movies, stuff I've never heard of.
Like Noah Dick, he's a great actor. That guy. Chastity Dick.
But anywho, I did see the Northman last Sunday.
Yes.
It's a really good movie. Really well done. Like they do these one-time shots, like the whole shot is filmed in one continuous shot. These fight scenes, they're really epic. It is an uncomfortable watch. It is not a movie for everybody. It is like, it's a hard movie sometimes to see what's going down, what they're doing. I mean, it's definitely one of my top movies of the year. It's not my favorite movie of the year. It's just top. And it's an independent film with a bigger budget, and they did really good work. So I did enjoy it. I'll give Northman probably like a 9 out of 10.
Is it a is it an A24 or is it not?
Could be. The same guy did The Witch, which was fantastic.
Oh, okay.
He did The Lighthouse, which I haven't seen.
I heard that was really good.
Yeah, but this, I mean, if you don't want to wait for it to come out, check it out. It is brutal at times.
Well, it's set in Viking times. And
Yes,
so you see brutal time frame.
That's disturbing.
Yeah. Not a lot of happiness going on in that time frame.
No, it's a simple revenge story, which works for this tale.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be anything that thought-provoking. It's just
yeah. I mean, I don't know what people are expecting. It's not Game of Thrones, you know.
No, yeah.
So, yeah, and they dipped their toes with Norse mythology about what they believed, and I thought that was fun. So yeah, I mean, definitely worth a movie check. A movie check worth checking out if you are okay with brutality and some violence.
Yeah.
There's some twists and turns. Acting is phenomenal by everybody. Skarsgård was top notch. I mean, the guy's awesome. He can do no wrong. And it's weird seeing him and Nicole Kidman in a movie together yet again. I just saw Big Little Lies, and they're in that.
And isn't Dafoe in it too?
Huh?
William Dafoe in it?
William Dafoe is in it, yes.
Yeah.
And he's really good too. He's got a big part, but he's in the beginning. That was really it from last week, Mark.
Over the weekend, because finally had time and finally was able to get a hold of enough time to be able to sit with Claire and watch No Way Home. So we finally saw Spider-Man.
Oh, she finally watched it.
Yes, because she's like, well, if you're going to see Doctor Strange this weekend, I have to watch No Way Home before that. So that way, because you're going to want to go see Doctor Strange probably with me, and I need to know what's going on. I'm like, yes, you do.
Yeah,
I'm pleased watching this movie finally.
You can't watch it without watching Doctor Strange.
Yes.
It starts off. Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, she kind of knew most of the main things because it's just been spoiled.
Right.
She can't control herself from reading everything. So she kind of knew what was going to happen, but not fully. But second watch for me, at least, it's such a good movie. It's just so good. I take back everything I said about the Aunt May thing originally.
You were really mean about that. I couldn't figure it out.
I don't know what was going on there, but now I don't know if it was just the time frame or whatever at the time. But yeah, no, it's good. She does a good job.
Dude, it was fucking sad.
I'm not a fan of her in the other parts of the movie, but in that part, it was really well done.
Yeah, I thought so.
I don't know. I just don't think I'm a fan of her as an actress. I think that's what I think it comes down to.
To each their own.
Yeah. But no, it was really well done. It was just so cool to see that movie again.
I mean,
Doctor Strange.
It is weird watching it at home because you don't have like.
Yeah, that's what I did tell her. I was like telling Claire as we're watching. Here's where the crowd made a lot of noise.
Yeah.
The crowd made a lot of noise.
When I watched with Allison and Matt Murdock showed up, Allison, no joke, went, "No way!" And I go, the theater lost their shit during this. Now, did Claire care? Was she like, I don't even know who that is?
Never seen the Netflix though, so she's like, who is that?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's Daredevil. She's like, who's Daredevil? So I had to like pause the movie, explain to her why this wasn't important to see who he is, what he's about, why there's a connection there.
That's too.
There's a couple times I had to do that because she'd seen the Andrew Garfield first one, didn't see the second one.
Right. Okay.
So she liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. She was like, well, that's my kind of Spider-Man. I didn't see the Tobey Maguire ones in the theaters. I'd seen him since, but I saw the Andrew Garfield one. I like him, and she likes him as an actor. So she was excited to see Andrew Garfield back.
Yeah.
But then like the villains, like she like, why is Jamie Foxx in this? Why is the Lizard in this? You know?
I don't know who these people are. Right. Right.
Yeah. It made no sense to her.
Yeah. Allison felt she knew. She's like, who is? She knew Doc Ock. She knew the, Toby and
Green Goblin. Yeah.
But she didn't see the Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Movie. We didn't watch that one because I didn't really like it, so we didn't watched it again.
Yeah. No, same thing. So it was like we never had. And she also said too. She goes, the thing that like kind of sort of ruins it if you don't know it is that they're not on Disney Plus, so she can't like when she did her Marvel rewatch during COVID, none of those are on Disney Plus really. So it's like you couldn't really go back and rewatch them to get ready for this movie, kind of.
Right.
So basically that's the downside of the Sony thing.
Well, the Toby movies are on Peacock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know if the Andrew Garfield ones are not, or might be on there as well, but I know.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, so it was good. There was a couple times I had to stop the movie. She had like, you need to explain this to me. What's going on here? I don't understand why this is important, but I feel like it's something I need to know. So I'm like, okay.
That's
she didn't know what the multiverse was. Like I'd explained to her why that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So kind of like it's interesting to watch it with someone who doesn't know all this stuff.
Who's following it like we have, right?
Well, not even that, but just people who don't know from comic books, like what things are. So it's like I'm thinking to myself as I'm rewatching it with her, I'm like, does Marvel do a good job of explaining that stuff? Or they just kind of just go off of, we assume everyone knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
Mark, we are so
don't figure it out on your own. We
are so far in the MCU that when you do, it's hard to watch a standalone movie if there's, well, especially no Spider-Man because there's so many connections there. But like, if you're going to watch Doctor Strange 2, you
have to watch
WandaVision, but you also need to
watch Loki.
You have to watch Spider-Man.
There's a good chance you're probably going to have to have seen What If.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, YouTube has, so be warned, Brian. What? YouTube has spot video promos for Doctor Strange that they're showing before videos.
Okay.
And they're very revealing.
I heard
all I'm going to say.
More cameos have been shown.
Yes. And they announced pretty much what that whole scene with Professor X is.
What? I know Professor X, we heard his voice. So I don't want to know anybody else though.
Yeah. But the guy the guy that was in the first movie, that was the guy he fought. Yeah. He was also in Firefly.
Yeah.
He actually says like, you need to see these people and says the name of who they are.
No way.
The video.
They give
and then there's a shot of a thing that flies across the screen, which basically says another person's going to be in this movie.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I'm staying away.
It's like a 15-second video that pops up. I didn't even catch it until it happened, and I'm like, are you serious now? Are you serious right now?
Why are they ruining it? That's a surprise. They actually think people are not going to go? Like,
I don't know.
Oh, marketing sucks.
I think it's the thing of there's way bigger things that are going to be in it that we don't know, that they're like, well, these aren't big reveals.
Maybe.
Because they've been hinted at in other things. And the main trailer that they showed already had a link to something that we've already seen. Like it basically confirms the scene that I saw in that video on YouTube that the What If show totally connects to this movie.
And remember Matt Ryan? Why am I going to bother watching? It's not connected.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, it doesn't have to be connected, but now
it's totally connected.
Totally connected.
That doctor that he sees in the room and he's like says whatever he says.
Yeah.
That's the doctor from What If. Because they show a scene in this video I saw on YouTube. That's another person from What If in it.
Oh God. Oh God. I'm so glad I watched What If.
Yeah. So I said to Claire, she's like, I'm gonna have to watch all that stuff before I see Doctor Strange. And I'm like, yes, you're gonna have to watch all the Marvel shows now.
No joke though. I feel like we're so far in that for people who want to get in, you have to watch a lot of this stuff to really hit home.
It also made sense to me because we've been talking a while now, like it seems so strange they keep pushing this movie, like pushing it back farther. Like when it initially got pushed to where it is now is like light years different time frame wise. Like all these other movies that were supposed to technically come out after it or around that time have all come out already. And it's like, I wonder, like, it doesn't make sense. Well, now it makes sense because all the Marvel shows that they had been storing that were going to come out before this movie had to come out first to get to this movie.
Yeah.
Because it's all connected.
And No Way Home had to come out. Because we know what he does in No Way Home is what
directly contributes to what happens in this movie.
Right. Yeah.
So there's a lot that's going to be unpacked.
And they flip-flopped Ant-Man and the two movies next year, the Marvels. So Ant-Man is now coming out in February and Marvels are coming out in July.
This is Quantumania, which I think will also connect somewhat to this movie.
Well, it's more or less.
And they introduce a character in this movie that's going to be in the Marvels.
But Loki, the Quantumania, they are up against what's his name? Loki.
Yeah.
The bad guy.
Conqueror. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So if you're planning on seeing Doctor Strange this weekend, make sure you watch all the Marvel shows first.
Right.
Know what's going on. Because that was literally like, because at the end of the movie, when we saw it in the theater, first the Venom scene, which I described to her because she'd never seen the Venom movies.
Right.
Why is that a thing?
Yep.
Why is Tom Hardy in this? So I had to explain to her what that was about. And then as I was explaining to her, I kind of came to the realization. I'm like, okay, so anyone who knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man was pulled into the universe.
Yeah.
That Tom Holland's in. So we know Tom Hardy isn't Tobey Maguire's Venom. We know he's not Tom Holland's Venom because he got sent back. So does that make him Andrew Garfield's Venom?
I don't know. Remember, we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah. But then I said to Claire, it could be a whole different universe. And she's like, okay, this is getting way too confusing now.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think they can go any farther than that. I think they can't get to a fourth universe and have people still be able to comprehend everything.
Right.
So I said, I think he's going to have to be Andrew Garfield's Venom because he never got a Venom. And it's the only way to make it make sense. And people can handle that.
Yeah. Because Tom Holland is still in the MCU universe.
Yes. And that little blip of him, of Venom, is now there and attached to somebody who's going after to find out what's going on.
So we can have two Venoms. We'll have a new Venom in the MCU, and we'll have the Venom that's pooping all over the Sony universe.
Yes.
They can keep them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just skipping those movies unless something comes out that's interesting. Yeah. I really have no interest in any of these movies that they're putting out. It's kind of sad to hear that the writers that wrote Mobius are going to be writing the next one. Oh God, what's it called? Like, it's got the female like Spider-Man sort of deal.
Oh, yeah. Madam Web.
Madam Web, right?
Yes.
They're writing that. And I'm like, But they didn't do a good job with Moby.
She's not a female Spider-Man. She's like the evil spider person.
Yeah, I know. I had nothing
I remember from the cartoon. I was like trying to remember who that was. I'm like, I think from the cartoon, wasn't it like Aunt May was like a different universe Aunt May?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big person, so I have no idea.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It gets very confusing.
Yes.
After watching No Way Home, Allison was like, I would watch. She's like, did Doctor Strange have a movie? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I would watch that.
You don't need to.
The first Doctor Strange movie is pretty good.
It is, but it's not needed. It's like Eternals. It's not required watching.
Well, it's way better than Eternals.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying, but it was one of the first ones that's like, you could skip that and not ruin anything.
Yeah, but still a good flick.
Yeah. But no, the thing that made me like, Claire was like, oh crap, I got to watch all those Marvel shows now, was they showed the trailer for Doctor Strange, the first trailer that we saw.
Yeah.
Where it says Doctor Strange will return at the end of it. And it begins with Wanda. And she's like, well, what is he talking about with Westview? I'm like, that's WandaVision. And then there's another thing, like, well, that's Loki. And then they're thinking like, well, that's the What If show. You have to like, she's like, oh crap. She's like, it's like, can you just Crib Notes version it for me so I can?
You could probably go on YouTube and find.
As I said, you could probably just go on YouTube and do it.
Do a whole.
Now she's addicted to Good Mythical Morning because they have their own Food Network show now. So she's been watching those.
Oh,
Rhett and Link.
What's Good Mythical Morning?
Rhett and Link. They do like food tasting, and they do like a Will It Fry, where they try to take random foods and see if they can make them into French fries. And then they try like all these different foods, like all the different brands of Oreos, all the different Doritos.
It's like Big E, the Big E.
Yeah, basically. But now they have their own show on Food Network called Inside Eats. And it's all about, the first episode was they went like inside Chipotle and like went to the Chipotle
I watched them on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I love their show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's on, is it on Peacock? It's on Peacock, right?
It's on Discovery Plus.
Oh, Discovery Plus. But yes. Discovery Plus is going to be merging with HBO.
Yes.
Because Discovery and them bought each other.
Discovery bought Warner Media.
Right. Yeah, I love their show. I love their show.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, you can go on YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can find like a quick recap thing. So she's like, well, no, if the shows are good, I kind of want to watch them. I'm like, oh, yeah, they are really good.
But you got to get going.
Time wise, I don't know if we could fit this all in.
Well, so. I mean, we're gonna see it Thursday. She can watch it when. The movie's gonna be out all month. It's not like it's gonna.
Yeah, no, I said the same thing. I'm like, but I was like, if we're gonna do it, this weekend's a good time.
This weekend, do it. Yeah.
So.
What else? Oh boy, I'm all. I don't know why. I don't know. What else, Mark? We went on such a tangent. I'm so lost.
Yes. No, we got Doctor Strange on Thursday. And I guess we can discuss the reasoning why we didn't do a show last week.
Okay, I'll leave that up to you if you're up for it.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want.
Yeah. If you go on my Facebook, you'll see what happened.
All right.
Yeah.
When you're ready,
Yeah.
But I think, this show can be a short one. I think we've gone it for an hour.
Yeah.
One thing I want to bring up, I am kind of excited by this, even though it goes against my complaining about how these new shows cannot come up with something original and they're just latching onto old IPs because they're afraid to do something new.
Mm-hmm.
They are making that 90s show, which is going to be a spinoff of that 70s show.
Yes.
The reason I am, it's all the same. It's gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna be all the same cast is coming back. There's gonna be a new cast. It's sort of like the Force Awakens of that '70s show. And Red, the mom and the father are gonna be back, and they released a photo of them in the '90s, sitting at the table, but they got the old '70s decor.
Yeah.
I am interested to see how this goes. I am interested to watch the first episode to give it a chance because I do love that '70s show. And everyone's going to come back other than actually the fan favorite was
Kelso.
not Kelso, but what's his name who got in trouble? Oh, Danny
Masterson.
His character was great.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorites, but he had multiple sexual assault allegations.
Yes.
So he will not be coming back. But everybody else is. So that's kind of cool.
It's so crazy that Topher Grace is coming back because he was basically the reason why the show stopped in the first place because he just left.
Well, he went to college in real life. He wanted to stop, and they continued the show without him.
They brought in Seth Meyers' brother, which was terrible.
Yeah, he came in, and then
then he went after, and then he dated. Laura Prepon's character, and it was just weird.
Yeah, it got weird near the end. I'm glad they stopped it. They actually did do a spinoff, that '80s show, which
they did.
Didn't last very long.
Yeah, no, it didn't last long at all.
So I am slightly interested. It goes against my complaining. I still complain about that, but I am willing to give this a shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's okay.
Is it actually be on an actual network, or is it going to be one of those that's thrown on like a Peacock or something?
It's a Netflix original.
Oh, there you go.
That's nice. I don't know. Will it be
Ashton Kutcher production? I bet.
Could be.
This other show ran its course, so
yeah. Will it be good? Also, you're right. May is going to be top loaded with tons of shows. I don't even know how I'm going to watch it all.
This month's backloaded with a lot of stuff.
May is going to be the month.
Last Friday of the month is going to be. It's like turning a fire hose on yourself with content. It's like, here you go. Enjoy your Memorial Day weekend because you'll be watching TV the whole time.
Pretty much.
Or a video screen of some sort.
Yeah.
However you digest your content.
I know Netflix is getting Jackass 4.5, which I'm excited for. I love
the series.
No, Jackass 4.5, which is 4 with all the added content.
Oh, forever.
It's weird.
On like Paramount Plus or something.
Jackass came out on Paramount Plus, which you can watch now, but Netflix got the release for 4.5. It's kind of interesting.
So weird. Then I keep seeing the ads for Scream on every time I watch Halo. It's like,
oh my God, Scream! Oh, the new Scream.
Who's going to watch that?
I don't know. I am not excited by it. Yeah, you're right. Starting May, I'm looking. Oh, Stranger Things 4 Volume 1 comes out May 27th. So that's
doing a half and half.
They're splitting it up.
Yeah, it's like 8 episodes or 5 episodes or something like that.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I had no idea they're doing that.
Yeah, because the other ones are coming out in October, I believe.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, the other half.
Stranger Things, obviously I'm excited for, but like He-Man, they did it to He-Man, and then I never went back to watch the ending. Like
second half is good.
I know, but I kind of felt like it lost steam because of that. Like nobody was talking about it. It just came out. Mm-hmm. They should have just put the whole thing out. I don't know why they split it up like they do.
I don't know. But I think this is like because it just scheduling wise and how they shot things, they had to do that. And that's also, I think, because they like to make people sit and wait.
They want you to keep subscribing because Netflix actually lost subscribers for the first time. So
A lot of subscribers.
yeah, I understand. I could see why they're doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they're going to be stopping password sharing as well.
Yeah, whatever. People still figure out a way to do it. It's not like it's that difficult.
Right. I know. Anyway. Well,
I mean, Kids in the Hall comes out next Friday.
Oh yes. Oh my God. On Amazon. I'm excited for that.
Yes.
I'm hoping it's good. The trailer looked awesome. They look like old men in the hall.
Yes.
Old men. They should be called the old men.
Old Men in the Home is what it should be called.
Yeah. I mean, it just makes me feel older.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else is coming up.
yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. But yeah.
Ghost in the Shell has a bunch of stuff on Netflix, I guess.
Oh, I don't know. They could be just releasing their cartoon.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, it looks like something new. Yeah, Netflix anime, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Sustainable.
Yeah. And then
In Japan. It's a Japan thing, so it must be new.
May 27th, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Stranger Things.
Well, at least Obi-Wan's only one episode. Or no, we're getting two, right?
2 episodes. Yes. Yeah.
Now, don't you feel like they should have released Obi-Wan on May the 4th? Why?
I think, well, because it's the final episode of
Moon Knight.
Knight.
I know.
So I don't think they wanted to.
Mark, Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday.
That's what was going on.
Free Comic Book Day is this Saturday. The anniversary of your wedding is on Wednesday. Cinco de Mayo and Doctor Strange is on Thursday.
Yes.
Free Comic Book Day is on Saturday.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, if any of the, like, Matt Ryan, I talked to him, he doesn't have anything going on. Like, he's not doing any shows as far as I know. He's not going anywhere for anyone's events or anything.
I know Most Excellent is having a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then Matt's, I don't know what Matt is doing. I'll probably go in the morning to Matt's Most Excellent.
So just some of the books that they're
I just like
Free Comic Book Day are 25 years of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Cool.
I guess. An Archie comic. Bone Orchard Mythos, which I have no idea what that is. Special Doctor Who is coming out.
Nice.
Stranger Things. Resident Alien crossover. It looks like. Or it could just be called that. Or yeah, it's got some kind of thing going on there. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles has a thing coming out. Spider-Man Venom #1. That's like the main ones I've seen so far. Avengers X-Men #1. Bunny Mask has a thing coming out.
Which I read the first graphic novel. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good stuff coming out. I'm definitely going to go.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really read too many comics lately. I've been kind of behind on my reading of things.
Yeah.
There's Red Sonja Marvel feature stories coming out. Street Fighter, Masters Blanca coming out. Three Stooges got something.
Three Stooges?
Yeah. The Guardian of Fukushima.
Three Stooges. That's awesome.
It doesn't seem like anything that I would be overly excited to get a hold of.
Yeah, I don't see any tick. That's the only reason.
Free Comic Book Day being like a thing. and I don't feel like it's a thing anymore.
What, the tick? The tick is always there.
No, free comic book day, I'm saying.
Well, it hasn't been a thing because of COVID.
Yeah.
I think this is the first year it's coming back. The last couple years, Matt, they didn't really do anything.
Well, you got to think about it too. We also don't. The way books are distributed now compared to what they used to be is completely different.
Yes, that's also happened during COVID too.
Like Diamond no longer really has DC at all.
Well, DC is printed somewhere else.
Yeah, well, they publish through somebody else now.
Yeah.
And Marvel isn't as connected to Diamond as they used to either.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to happen.
They still distribute through Diamond, but it's not like they're not as, I don't know, I don't want to say motivated as they used to be, but.
Well, the first year we got COVID, everything was canceled. And the second year, it was canceled again, and there were publishing problems. So this is the first year back. And I think because we're still dealing with the pandemic, it's not a full, we're going to promote this big. But like I said, Most Excellent is going to have tons of artists there. I saw the flyer. I mean, it looks like they're going to have.
Not just that comic book store either, because if you're anywhere you are, whatever your comic book store is, we'll have free comic book day.
Yes. Yeah.
And there'll be different books at different stores. So don't just go to just one, because not everyone gets all the same books.
Yeah. Sometimes you can, sometimes others get some special ones.
Yeah. Like I know their Zombie Hideout will have something. I know there's a bunch of stores in Connecticut besides Enfield that have stuff going on. So.
Oh, we should wrap this up, but I want to tell you, I went to the Zombie Hideout for the first time a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like it was interesting store, interesting layout.
Yes.
When I went there, the kid had unlocked the door and let me in, and I thought that was weird. So as I'm at the front buying something, so he let some other guy in, and the guy goes, "Oh, why do you have to lock the door?" And they got robbed. Someone came in and took everything near the front.
Yes.
They had a bunch of merchandise and they freaking robbed the place.
Yes. Because usually there's only one person working. So
that's scary.
To solve that problem, they're doing this now. Unless there's multiple people working, then they will.
They had two people there.
Yeah.
They had they're locking the door.
Yeah.
And like you knocked and they let you in.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah.
I was like, holy cow.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a decent looking store. They got a lot of merchandise, a lot of pops, a lot of toys.
Yeah. A lot of collectibles, a lot of stuff. They have a very decent array of back comics.
Yeah.
And they also have their own whatnot that they auction stuff off of.
Right.
But
good store. Check it out.
Yeah, it's a good place. I go there.
All right, Mark. I think we should wrap. What'd you say?
It's my local comic store, so I get my comics from.
We should wrap it up.
Yes.
Comic book day. Enjoy it. We'll be back next week. We'll be talking about Doctor Strange and the finale of Moon Knights.
Yes. I can't wait.
Yeah. So it should be really good.
Yeah. You'll have 2 reviews because you'll have 2 episodes you're going to catch up on.
I know.
Yeah.
Gonna be
Doctor
good.
Strange is going to be a ride, man.
I know.
It's going to be crazy.
I know. I'm excited. I'm very excited. So we should wrap this up before we go too long. We'll see everybody next week. Subscribe, like us, and what's the sign off again?
Be good, be kind, be well.
Rewind.
Have my name